And to conclude that series, I just want to add a little something for the ladies, especially when it comes to relationship. Don't feel bad. Don't be apologetic for saying no to what you don't want. Okay? One thing my father says, Pastor Femi Lazarus, he said there are some girls that said no to him that made his head correct. So sometimes you might not be the person that would end up with a specific guy, but you can be someone that would help him fix his mindset. And most guys have been that person because I'm someone that would never settle for less. Having experience and having been saved by the mercies of God, I would never, ever not know that God saved me in order to save others. I know what it feels like when you settle for less. You know what you want, you know what you deserve, you know the ideal person that is fit for you, but you choose to settle. There's always consequences for these actions. I'm telling you, God saved me that I didn't put my leg into a ditch. He ensured that everything scattered. Even though I was hurt, even though I was broken, because I felt like I gave everything and everything into a relationship that didn't work out. But I look back today and I'm so grateful that God scattered everything the way He did. So when I share these things about men, I know sometimes it pricks the men that are actually that person. Because there are some men that it doesn't prick them. It doesn't prick them. If a woman is telling you do better, grow better, it's step better, do better for home, do better for family, for future. She's not challenging or confronting you. Only the weak men see that as confrontation and they begin to, play this manipulative game that I'm so skillful at. Manipulative game and trying to be like, oh, what does she think she is? Blah, 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, it's for your own good. It's for your own confidence of being a man at the end of the day. So what is all the fussiness about? So, but like my father said, there are some girls they're going to fix your head. There are some girls that you will get married to. So as someone that have gone through stuff, I know what it is like to just want to settle because you like someone. It's not enough. It's not enough. That person has to be able to carry your weight. That's it. The person has to be a man that has the attributes, and don't be apologetic by walking away. And if they're manipulative, cut them off. You know what you're looking for. Believe me when I say that, and I share this as my own testimony. The moment you start cutting it off, what you're doing is that you're giving the space and the room for the right man that you have envisioned. A man that is you can rely on, you can chill, you can move within your own speed. A man that gives you that leverage to expand, to be yourself, to explore. You're not codependent. You're not 50-50. I'm telling you the truth. You have to know what works for you. You think you can 50-50 with nurturing children? Go ask people that have done it. They always not remain the same. Is that what you want? Did you see your mother did that? Is that what you want? I'm not saying this out of trauma. I'm saying it out of healed version of me. From the healed version of me and what I have decided as non-negotiable. And the person doesn't have to be a millionaire. It has to just have the mindset. Have the mindset. You're not anybody's mother. You are their wife. You're supposed to be a helpmate. You're supposed to just be there to assist them in fulfilling their vision, because in the vision is the provision. But many men don't know that. But when you don't have the mindset of the vision, there is no provision. And when there is no provision, things don't, it's hard. So it's not that I don't even look for money when it comes to a guy. No, because I have money and I can have more money. And that is not a pride thing. Every woman should be able to explore and be self-sufficient. I have money not because I have money. I have money because I have a God that gives the ability to make wealth. He is my sufficiency. So money is not always a thing. It would never be a thing. Money would never define my life. There's nothing I want to do that I will think money, because my source is God, is infinite. Infinite. The Bible says we know the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was what? Rich, yet he became poor, so that through his poverty I may be rich. That's the word. I don't need any confirmation anywhere. I don't look at my accounts. I don't look at anything around me. I don't let money define my life. I can walk out of anything that is not inconsistent with the peace and the value and everything that I bring to the table. Because money is never the issue. The issue with the men is their mindset. They see a woman as another man. You're supposed to support me. Two has become one. Two has become one with a different identity, brother. Two has become one with a different identity. One of the identity is that you are the lead. You are the head of that union. You are to maintain your position as the lead and the head. You make the decisions. You navigate, you give the direction of how that family will go. You are the foundation, the solid ground on which that family is standing on. You are to stand and take your place spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. You are to be equipping yourself every year, learning one or two things about marriage in order to make your home better. You are to submit under mentorship and leadership of men that are better than you, so that you can be better for your husband, for your wife, and your family at home. You are the one to not be stubborn-headed, to not listen to anybody, but be masculine and be so egoistic that you cannot what? Learn and evolve and be trained and be teachable. That's it. So you don't want to take responsibility for being the head that God has put you, so that your wife can follow and submit under your leadership. You don't want to take responsibility for that. It's a lot. And that's the reason why many men don't know. It doesn't just take, I'm old enough, I have some money, respect me, respect me. I say this with grace because the Holy Spirit just says enough is enough. Respect me, respect me. No. Your life has to command it. Your mindset has to command it. Your person has to command it. There are some men that you cannot just, and they don't have to be pastors or anything. I want to be able to see my husband and not look at him in the face. That's one thing I told my mom. I said, Mom, I don't want to marry a man that I have to look at in the face. It's fear and trembling. The moment I can look at you in the face, that's it. It's not that I disrespect you. You don't just, your person or your mindset or who you are don't ignite the honor in me. And that's one thing that you have to use to test as well, ladies. It's okay. It's not every man. Some people are growing. Yes, respect that. Okay, but we cannot be in a romantic relationship if you're someone that I cannot see and be afraid of. And be like, this kind of person, no, this is not someone that you can just play around with. And some people say, oh, you're very disrespectful to everybody. I'm not disrespectful to everybody. The moment it comes to closeness, I can see you say, hello, sir, hello, ma, hello, sir, as a generalized way of respecting people. But if you want to get close to me and just be romantic with me, or want to build a very relationship with me, it takes another level of criteria. And that's what I was saying yesterday too with friendship. Like, you can be talking to people. I have a lot of acquaintances, okay? We just know each other. But when it comes to intimacy, you want to be intimate with someone, it's just like being intimate with God. If you do not spend time with God, you cannot be intimate with the Lord. That's why the Bible says that many will call me Lord, Lord, but I don't know them. They're not intimate with me. They don't spend time with me. They just do church. Let's be realistic about these things. They just do church and you think that's all. You have to have a communion. You have to be talking to God every day. Paro. That's the people that he recognizes. The same thing too. If you want to be intimate with someone, there are criteria to put in place. Life is so short to not be wise about certain things. I'm telling you, life is too short. There are consequences for decisions. So the same thing too with marriage. You just don't marry someone because of what? You check all those things. We're talking about your next 60 years here. Are you joking? And that's why I want to help. Because I know that many of us were into, I was into, it took intentionality. Because I failed in this area of life. So I said, you know what, when I want to do this again, I'm going to be very intentional. I'm going to search for knowledge. I'm going to study the word. I'm going to try to understand what is expected. And then when I found out what is expected, I realized that we all have not been living up to expectations. I have not been living up to expectations as well. The other gender too have not been living up to expectations. But I realized that they have more work to do than us. That's the truth. That's what I found out. They have more work to do than us. One of the work they have to do is they have to understand manhood. They have to understand manhood. Many guys don't understand the gravity of what it takes to be a man. It's not just about money. Leadership in all specific areas of life. It takes work. It takes work. It takes work. Many people don't know that. You just think, oh, I go to school, I did that, and I'm old enough to get married. That's not it. That's not it. A lot of men don't know that. It takes work to be a man. And it took me to actually start meeting real men to realize that, oh my God, because even what they go through, the process of death that they go through, that's the reason why I can't look at them in the eyes. Do you understand? When a man is dead, it's a process breaking down. They're broken to pieces. They're not looking at the cars they have. They don't look at the houses they have. They don't look at, the goals they're trying to accomplish. And they accomplish goals. That's why they are actually always rich. That's why they only wear one shirt and one trouser. They are gone. That's why they don't wear suits. They don't look at their face and say, oh, well, am I looking fine today? Are you for real? They don't have time for that. They are dead to the core. They're all about legacy. They're all about impact. And you can see it evidence in their results. The Bible says whatever you sow is what you reap. So don't be apologetic. And that's why I'm coming out really strong for my girls, because they are settling for less. A lot of people are settling for less. Don't be apologetic about it. We're talking about your future here. You want to understand the mindset that is going to raise your son. Because such a man may leave you to raise your son, and then you will raise your son like him. That's the society problem today. Men don't know who they are, what is expected of them, and women are just settling for less and carrying the entire burden. It's up to you. This thing was a matter of choice. In fact, that was the first thing that I learned, and I held on to it. I was like, "Whoo, this is a choice." And that's why in my book I talked about the power of choice. It's a choice. Yes or no. It's not compulsory. It's not, oh, it loves me. Sit down, have conversation, check his mind. How's it thinking? There are some guys, and this is just even, I know everything is about money because everybody can have money. But hear me out. There are some guys that they cannot walk out of their job. That is so unhealthy. That is so not a man for you. A man that cannot walk out of his job, he's not a man. Because that job belongs to somebody else. You're not the first person in that position. You're not going to be the last person in that position. You must be healthy enough to walk out of any job that is not healthy for you. And build your own stuff. Be a man of contributing and impact. Start up something that you can use to project life. You see why I say it's all about mindset? It's not the money. It's not the lack of whatever I'm growing or whatever. Because that's what some guys always say. Oh, don't you understand? I'm in my growing phase. I'm in my growing phase. Grow. Don't accept boards. Accept tree. And tree is not money. Health too. You're dealing with someone, the person's already sick, they didn't take care of themselves. These are things you check out for. Don't just sit down there and be like, I'm just going to go with the flow. This is what God has given me. There's nothing, and that's what my mentor said. That's why you have to be intentional about this thing. My mentor said, Pastor Midres, she said, what are you talking about? There's nothing like, oh, because it's the will of God, that's why I have to be here. Check for other things. This is someone that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. Are you just going to sit down there and say it's the will of God? What is the will of God for your life? Go and check in the Bible what the will of God. Stop using societal standards. Let's say, for instance, Mary and Joseph now. When the angel of God was supposed to come to take Jesus out of danger, right? They went to Joseph. That means what Joseph was spiritually attained, leadership attained. He was a man that was aware of decision making. Joseph took them out. The angel did come to Mary. There's a lot of home that the wife is the one leading the entire team. Let's move to Canada. It wasn't the man's idea. It was the woman's idea. The woman was the one going to the school to bring the entire family. Check for all those things. I know some people say, oh, so then what? Then what? It's not now, my dear. It's not now. The fact that you're leading, kudos to you. It's not now. I give you 20 years. I give you 20 years. We will check you out. No, now it's all good. I'm supporting my family. Good. Very good. It is not now. It is 20 years from now. We're going to check how you are. That's when you will know the outcome of all these decisions that you've made. It's better to be single than to be with someone that cannot take you to your destination. Or is not even supposed to take you, lead you to your destination. You need a leader. You need a leader. And you want to be with someone that can lead so that you can chill and be a woman. It takes a lot to be a woman. We go through a lot. From the blood every month, that is already a lot. That's traumatizing enough. You always have to check to make sure you're not stained. That's a lot. Give yourself the benefit of a doubt to find someone that will lessen a lot of things off your neck. That you can just focus on being a woman, nurture your family, your kids, do the things that are naturally a thing for you. And the thing about it is, if you do that, your children will glow, all this kind of, it's a ripple effect. But the moment you carry what is not yours, you're leading, it shows. It would show. Stop deceiving yourself. Because I know we have this pretensive, we'll cover things up, part of us, and we feel like nobody will know. The truth about it is, you will know. Your body will break down. You will not recognize yourself again. Like my mentor said, a lot of women lose themselves in marriage. That is not how it's supposed to be. So I realized that it was a choice. So I started saying no and no. And the guys, they will be so angry. I'd be my babe. I will call for you. I don't get time. I said no. Oga, move. Go and meet another person. Simple. I don't want wahala. But they will now be staying around and try to manipulate, and they will now come for them because me, I'm ready. If you try to be manipulative around me just because I said no to you, you're gonna see the side of me. Well, my king, I said I should stop that. Because so that I don't want wala. Wala I don't want. Go and meet another person. Okay, so I realized that was the first step. I was like, oh, this is a choice anyway. So I can always say no to something I don't want. Yeah, I can do that. That's easy. So that I can focus. And when the right one comes, they have the right mindset. They understand the gravity of what it means to be a man. That is broken, that is dead. Oh, then I say yes. You understand? So that's it. It's up to you at the end of the day. Because we are going to see in the future. It's not a threat. It's not a fear thing. It's the reality. Reality of things. It's reality. That's the reality. So I just thought to share this. It just came, so I just shared it. Be wise with your choice, your future spouse. Be patient enough to choose the right person for you. Because they will come. They would. A man is always looking for a wife. So they will find you. Just put yourself out there. Be available. Be presentable. Be kind. But not be nice to pick nonsense. Be kind enough to allow people come close to you. And then you check again and check again. And as soon as you don't find what you're looking for, you have the power to say no, thank you. That's exactly what my book is about. Many women they feel powerless. They feel like they don't have power for anything. Because, we've been so dependent as a woman. Like, you're supposed to depend. You depend on your father. You depend on your parents. So you're like, so I cannot say no to, I can't say I'm powerless. No, you have the power of choice. You have the power to choose. And don't be apologetic for choosing what's best for you. That's it. I hope that helps. That's it. That's all I gotta say. And I'll see you next time. Bye.